Learn how to create an interactive circular pie chart in Google Charts. In this lesson, we want to take a look at how we can create pie charts with Google Charts. And in my boilerplate code, I have added a link to the Google Charts CDL library, as well as a canvas element where this is going to be drawn in my example or in this lesson. So we're going to go ahead and look at how we can actually make the pie chart using Google Charts. So as you can see right here, we are going to have to target this ID in order to be able to draw whatever it is that we need on the screen. So let's move ahead. I'll move into the script tag, and the first thing first is that I want to make a call to the chart API. So call on google.chart.load. So I want to load the package that is going to be responsible for drawing the chart once we are done. And inside we're going to pass our package and then call it the call chart. Google Charts search and load call back. So the purpose of this is that this will call a function that we're going to make. The function is a draw chart, and it's going to run it as a callback underground so that it will not disrupt other activities on the web page. So now that we do this, let's make that function itself function draw chart. And inside this function, we're going to do a couple of things. The first thing is that we're going to go ahead and set our data. So let's make a variable and call on google.visualization array to data table. So this is one of the things that the library provides when you want to use it. So they are not something that I am making from ground up. So they are just basic built-in function that I am calling in order to access what the library provides. So let's say we want to add country, and also another variable to measure whatever it is that the country produces. So let's add a few countries there, like 5. You can see that I'm not putting anything at the back of numbers because it is not string. There is no need for quotes. France. Let's set the percentage. So to save time, so let me just copy this so that we can replicate it faster than typing. And let me put this as maybe USA and put it at 78. Another country, let's put England. Let's put this as 58. And finally, let's put maybe Russia. Put this at 88. So now that I have this information as my data, then it's time for me to go ahead and set the options. So those are the options that will show up on this chart. So let's make another variable. Let's call it options. And inside it, let's add a title that will show on our pie chart. So I want to call it worldwide. Let's call it anything. Let's call it plastic production. So your title could be anything. So I'm just trying to use this as a descriptive name for what they produce. So once you are done with this, then you can go ahead and now draw on the canvas. So in order to draw, so make a variable, let's call it chart, and then now call the new Google dot visualization dot the name of what you want to draw. In our case, we want to draw a pie chart, and then just pass in our document dot get elements by ID, and this is going to pick our own ID, my charts. I'm referring to this ID that we have inside our HTML. So let me break this down so that we will be able to see everything. So now that I have selected my ID, I can just come down and I'll call that variable chart dot draw, and then I'll pass in what I want it to draw, the data that I want to represent, and then my options. This is expected to draw, but one way or the other it is not. So let me quickly find out what is wrong in the console. Then Google Charts dot set unload is not a function. Set unload callback. Oh, it's capital C, not small c. And then there's another error, which is the module.js. So let me try and do a force refresh. It is still the same thing. So the script tag, okay. So this is coming from what I added here. So let me remove it and then let me put it back. So let me quickly look for Google Charts, CDN, Google Charts, CDN. So let me try this. Google is not defined, 43.5. Google.chart.load. Then our current and then our packages. Then we have the code charts. There is a missing R here. Yes. And also we have google.chart.set unload callback to draw chart, and then we have our function. So there's definitely something that is wrong. But let me revert this to what I used to have. And now let me go and fix this. Oh, finally, I found what is wrong. So there was a missing R. Yes, it's not. So the missing R was confusing the library. And so the library wasn't able to look what we just have in our function. So look at what we have in our function. You can see an over method. Look at how beautiful this pie chart is. You can see the way it's animated. You can see, so you can look on country, check on each of them. So this is how you can actually draw a pie chart using Google Charts in JavaScript.